Yeah, let's get lit tonight. Let me see your hands wave from side to side. If you're bony high grade and you feel the vibes.
What's going on, guys? Man, I'm back for another video. Yes, I've been gone for a while, but it's because I've been really working, put a lot of work into this video. I've had to record it numerous times because I thought I had like the top 10, but then I realized there's more people I didn't include, or I would get more information and I'd say, yo, that person deserves to be in top 10. Also, I've had a lot of recording issues, but I just want to give some rules or some rules. So, first rule, no teams. This is single people that do Yugi tubing. It's not based on teams. So teams like Team APS, sorry, you could potentially have made a list, but it's not based on teams. Like bigger teams like Jobber, Luxury, even teams like Duelist Academy. I guess you could call it a team, but I didn't want to do teams because I wanted to make this a singular thing. Also, this is only North America. I will be doing a separate video with Europe, so this is just for North America to start. Thirdly, I feel like if you are a Yugi-Tuber, you have to have at least 50 videos up. So everybody on this list has posted at least 50 videos. I feel like that was like fair. Like, I feel like 50 videos is like, entry level. And also, last but not least, the whole list will be based on 2017 to 2020. I didn't want to add like ancient tops and tops older than that, and I spoke to my team, and we came to the conclusion that 2017 was kind of far enough back to go to figure out like, okay, how good this person really is. So, at number 10, Number 10, we got Simo. Now, number 10 was a hard spot to figure out. I had a lot of different names at first. Like it literally was a revolving door. But I ended up going with Simo just because he doesn't have the tops that everybody else on this list has, but he has experience. He's been doing a lot of commentating for like the PPG events. He also does a lot of commentating on his channel now for like matches and stuff, and I feel like seeing great players and good players play, it has to rub off on you. You have to see plays that the average person wouldn't see, or you are making plays now the average person wouldn't make, just because you're privy to that information and like just seeing like what big name players do and how they play through situations, or plays they would make. Like, you may have a predetermined play that you would make in your head, and then you see them make a play and you're like, whoa, I didn't even think about that. And the fact that he's able to see that on a consistent basis, I think that warrants him to be on this list just because he has so much experience in seeing that. And at number 9. At number 9, we have MCole40. Now, MCole40, if you looked at all the stats, he could easily be higher on this list. But because I'm going from strictly 2017 to 2020, not so much. Like, no, he's never struggled to get his, invite or anything. And I think that's a big thing for a YouTuber. A lot of YouTubers, they struggle with things like getting their invite or, doing well at events. Like, he's never struggled with the invite. And he wasn't playing really competitively. Like, it was more like meme style where Zodiac would make his deck and it'd be 60 card nonsense. But I seen him at a tournament maybe 6 months ago or so, lower 6 months, and he was playing a striker deck that was anti-meta, and he was kind of taking it serious. So I mean, if he's gonna play competitively, just the slightest, I know it's COVID-19 right now and people they can't really go out and do stuff, but the fact that he even somewhat took it serious is a reason for him to be on this list, and that's why I put him at number 9. At number 8, we have Slim YGO. Now, Some people are like, Slim, why Slim? Well, I'm going to tell you why Slim. First off, I've never heard of Slim having like a struggle time to get this invite. Once again, that's another big thing. Another even bigger reason why he's on here is because while he goes to premier events, he may not do well. But side events at premier events, he is a god. If I had money to bet on anybody doing well at side events, I'm 100% betting the whole farm on Slim. Slim finds a way to always come home with a mat, an invite, a deck box, something. Like, he is just a god tier when it comes to side events. And this isn't just like, oh, day one side event, like no good players are playing. This is like day two when a lot of the good players are already knocked out and he's still like figuring a way to get like side event wins. I think if he can, I don't know what it is that like makes him a side event god, but if he can figure out correlate the problem between side event and main event, I think he's one of those players to watch out for the 2020-2021 season, because there's something there. It's just like for some reason not clicking. It could be because he's not playing meta, but it's a lot of people that just don't do good with meta. But that's why I put him at number 8. At number 7, we have his partner in crime, Asian Persuasion 2008, and that's Johnny. Now, Johnny is a regional god. He only does good with decks that you don't think is going to do good, like Cosmo and Spellbooks. Like, even Lightsworn, like 2020 Lightsworn. I swear, if he took the regional grind serious, he could be going and having a chance to go to Worlds every single year. He could at the very least be getting a prize card every Nationals. So, like, that's the scary part to me, is that he does so well with these stacks. And he's another person that doesn't play a lot of meta. Like he sticks to what he sticks to. And you have to give him a lot of credit and respect that he plays what he likes and he plays what he likes well. I haven't figured out like why he's not topping like more events, because he seems to just like kill it at the regional. But if he figures out how to tap into that same like energy he does at regional and the YCS, you could definitely see him topping multiple YCSs. At number 6, Triff Gaming. Now, Triff Gaming could potentially be like top like 3. And I'm going to tell you why he's at this spot. So everybody in my top 6 to have at least one YCS top. It's hard with Triff to put him at a certain spot because when he got banned, Electromite was still out. So if he doesn't get banned, he could have potentially got multiple tops, with Electromite. But because he got banned when he got banned, it was such a terrible time for him. Because when he came back to the game, I believe Electromite was at 1 when he came back. And then, like, one second. But then, I promise you, that's not Corona. But when he came back, he had to fight, and he chooses to play Pendulum. Like, Pendulum is his pet deck. It is his deck of choice. Pendulum is the best deck if you ask him, because he is the pin god. And some people may like have better overall stats with the deck, but he is the pin god. Like, that is his moniker. He is the pin god. Nobody believes in the deck more than him. But the fact that he got banned when he got banned, it really stopped his progression to becoming like one of the top of the tops. Now, if you compare like him and other people, is he a better player? Maybe, potentially. But the problem is like I'm going strictly off of like results. I'm not going off of who I think is better. I'm going off the results. At number 5. We have CoopStarCars. Now, this is Paul Cooper's channel, and once again, it's another person that if you looked at all his stats instead of just 2017 to 2020, you could definitely make the argument that he could be number 1 or 2 or definitely higher than what he is. But I'm only going off of 2017 to 2020. And I believe he has one YCS top. And the reason I put him in front of Triff, because they both have one YCS top, is because Paul has way more regionals. Like, that's the big difference between the two as far as, like, if you just look at the paper. Now, part of me wants to be like, yo, but this player is better, but this player is better. But it's to me, it's not fair to say, yo, this player is better, so she get a higher spot on the page when it's based off of, like, just facts. And like I said, I made this based off of 2017 and 2020. So I was not going to go against what I said. I stuck to my guns, and that's why he's at number 5. At number 4, DZeef. Now, DCF is a person, and I actually ran this list by somebody, and they asked me, like, yo, so you think he's better than Triff and Paul? And I said, it's not about being better, it's about the stats. It's about the credentials from 2017 to 2020. That's what it's strictly about. Like, I'm not putting a list up and just saying, like, yo, this person's better. Like, I want some concrete evidence to go back to and say, like, yo, this person has more tops, this person has this. DC, I believe, has a YCS and a UDS top, which is huge. And when you look at the decks that he did it with, that's also impressive. He does have some regional tops. I'm not exactly sure the number, but it didn't seem like a lot. Like, I mean, a lot is a relative term, but he's very impressive with the decks that most people can't play. Like, Altergeist, when Faker went to 1, everybody said that deck was dead, and he came to the UDS, and he showed that he was ready to play. So, like, I respect the fact that, like, he chooses to play decks that no one else is playing and try to excel with them. At number 3, we got Team Bortle. It's funny because, like, Bortle, like, literally came out of nowhere. Like out of nowhere. Like he no one really knew about his YouTube much. He wasn't, like, topping events, but, like, just out of nowhere, Trick Stars, you know what I'm saying? And he's topping with Trick Stars and Trap Tricks, which is just insane. Like those decks just, like, people are just so confused on, like, how. And even when Trickstar got hit, he was still topping regionals with it. Like, people were just perplexed on, like, how is he still doing well. And that's why I put him above Doug, just slightly above him. They're, like, 3-4, so they could, like, swap. Like, I believe they both have 2, I believe Bortle has 2 YCS tops. And he just has more regional tops than DC, but they can easily swap for 3 and 4. Like, they can, like, you know, flip and flop. But Bortle is just also, like, taking over, like, recently on YouTube as well. Like, he went from, like, a relative unknown, and this is, like, within the last year and a half. He went from, like, a relative unknown to, like, a clean, like, I'm not sure his subscriber count, but I know he has at least 6,000 subscribers. So, like, it's crazy to see how fast he's risen in the game at such a short amount of time. So I'm just happy to see him play, man. And I'm happy to see him, like, that he's using his mind to do stuff. Like, he's always playing, like I said, trap tricks, might splash in an artifact package just to, you know, stop his opponent from playing. So Bortle, good job, bro. At the number 2 spot, we got Team Samurai X1. Now, Sam Sam got to a point where he was tired of watching Yugi-Tubers. Just go to events and get deck profiles. And he was like, I'm tired of this, and I want to change this. Sam topped, I believe it was 2 events in a row. I believe he topped 3 events total in a year. That's unprecedented for a Yugi-Tuber. The events he topped, I believe it was, I'm not sure the order. It was Memphis, London, and I always forget the third one. Memphis, London, and Salt Lake. He played Draco at 2 of the events, I think. Might have played Draco at all 3. But it's really cool to see somebody who makes a lot of content and do a lot of cool stuff on like the tube. And he's one of the biggest Yugi-Tubers out there. I would say the biggest like active like YouTuber. Like by active I mean like he does like content that's like, oh, I'm doing stuff that pertains to the game. Like I know like Simply Unlucky does a lot of pack openings, and you're seeing that Sam is starting to do more pack openings and stuff as well. But he also does like deck lists, he does deck discussions, talks about cards. Like he literally does everything in the game. He's a jack of all trades. But the thing is, he's mastering. It's like he's the jack of all trades, and normally it would be the master of none. But he's a jack of all trades. He's mastering all. Like he is killing it. And the only reason he isn't number 1 is because the person that is number 1 is just monster. So at number 1. We have Rampangu Nation, and the person that makes this channel is Justin Singh, and Justin Singh is what we like to call in the business a monster. He just literally tops pretty much everything he touches. As far as like tops, he's topped like a lot of events in the last like 3 years. He was banned for one of the years, just think about that, and he topped multiple Air Gs and PPGs while he was banned. So you do the math. He has more tops than a lot of these people on the list. I think everybody on the list, and he was literally banned for one of the 3 years. So I think his assessment to be number 1 is definitely fair. He's proven why he should be number 1, and you can't dispute facts. But guys, that's my top 10. If you disagree with anything, leave a comment in the comment section and let me know what your list would be or what order you would put people. And also, I'm gonna be doing some more lists. I'm gonna do top Europe. I'm gonna also do a top NA players list, like single player. Now this is gonna be hard. I might do top 20. I went over with some people about top 10, and it was like I got top 5 kind of down, but it might be top 20. And also doing Europe, it probably be like top 20 as well. And also doing teams, top 10, maybe top 10, top 15, I'm not sure. And same for Europe, top 10, top 15. Because it's a lot of really slept-on teams. Like, when you write down teams and go through teams and stuff, you find a lot of stuff that you didn't think you would find. So, but, guys, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And as always, feel the vibe. Later, guys.